Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? Once again, I'm Nev from Nev's Tech Bits, otherwise known as your friendly neighborhood basement dweller. Don't worry, ma'am, I am from the internet, and today we're checking out the ASUS GeForce 710 video card. Mon Dieu, this thing's been around forever. I want to say this thing's been out for about 10 years. This isn't the same as that. This isn't the exact same as all the ones that you've been viewing. This has GDDR5, and it's only got 1 GB. I could find a 2 GB version. Man, I could find a 2 GB version, but it was only GDDR3, and you want GDDR5. Anyways, it's been getting harder and harder and harder and harder to find video cards because of Bitcoin miners and because of the My Sharona Cyrus thing going around that you can't talk about or YouTube will demonetize you. Anyways, a lot of people are down in this card, and it does suck. It might be the best-selling video card on Amazon right now. It's definitely the only legitimate video card with a price, the only legitimate video card under $100. You can get like older things than this, that's new old stock, and pay about the same amount. But a lot of people say that this isn't the kind of video card that anybody should ever get under any circumstances, and I have to say I totally disagree. And those types of people are usually the same types of people that never actually do hard work in the real world, but go out and review things and have all kinds of money and never need to think about someone on a budget who needs a VGA cable. That's right, we are not going to lose the VGA cable, because VGA cable always works, ladies and gentlemen. So let's check out this unit. There's some interesting things that I noticed on the box. One particular thing is Auto Extreme. This thing was made without human hands at all. It was just robots, Skynet, building this system one piece at a time. Even the manufacturer knew that it was so bad that no human hand should touch it. But seriously, there are times and places where people could actually use something like this. But at the same time, ASUS knows that this isn't the greatest video card. Check it out. Convenient for multitasking. It's convenient for multitasking. Not even that it's good for multitasking. Not that it's bad. It's convenient. So what kind of time would somebody need something like this? In a situation where they got a 10-year-old computer and that happens and they need to push 3 monitors out from it. But seriously though, Moore's Law isn't what it used to be, and a lot of companies are unbelievably cheap and they will not buy their users upgrades or new computers. They'll try to upgrade it, and there definitely are people out there legitimately making money, grinding in horrible jobs that need something to give them 3 monitor outputs. 3 monitor outputs per video card wasn't actually a consumer level thing until about the last 5 years, I'm going to say. But anyways, so hard to get video cards these days because the Ethereum miners, particularly within North America, are buying all the greatest video cards in bulk, rigging them up, making a profit. They use Ethereum because everybody knows you can't beat the Chinese when it comes to Bitcoin. Heck, you can't beat the Chinese when it comes to anything technology-wise. So let's have a look. Let's see what's in this box, shall we? Okay, so let's have a look at what we got on the inside. Of course, I've already opened it up and played with it. And yeah, they got the passive cooling system, which means I can overclock this with an aftermarket fan and hopefully do a lot better with it than I would have standardly. We got HDMI VGA. Love the VGA. Me gusta. Anyone who wants to get rid of the VGA. Oh man, I don't know what you're thinking. Anyways, DVI. And for anyone who actually cares what's on the back circuit board, that's what we got. Me gusta. Let's take a look at the stuff that we got. Now, one interesting thing as well, here, you got your brackets. You got your informational guides, very nice, but they gave me a CD. To put the information on a CD, I mean, what was I expecting? A USB drive? They wouldn't do that. I actually had a really cheap router come with a USB card instead of a CD. I don't have any CD players, guys, but let's see what I can do. I can probably download this thing offline, right? Alright, so I'm pretty sure that everyone's going to be familiar with my test bench here. I got a horrible i3 3220 locked up, ready to rock. We're going to play a little bit of Fortnite and show you how it actually goes, and we'll switch up to the video card. Once again, this test is without a video card. Well, you know what I mean, like it's got the onboard video. Okay, here we go. We are enjoying a solid 7 frames per second at the load-in screen. Now I'm actually trying to move, and it's looking a little bit choppy, yeah. Oh wow, that bus. Oh, that looks pretty rough. I'm gonna try to talk to the orb and see how we do. 7 frames per second, solid 7 frames per second. Yeah, I definitely missed that drop zone. Oh wow, what's going on here? 12 frames per second, we're picking on up. Dirt. Time for a spicy upgrade, my guys. Man, this thing takes forever to load. Okay, so that's definitely looking better already. As you can see, the card is now occupying the card bracket space. Oh wow, guys, we've gone from 7 frames a second to about 23. Not a lot better, but definitely a little bit. Man, that bus was looking a lot nicer there for a quick sec. What happened? I'm actually making a reasonable descent. The orb actually looks pretty orbish. This is an officially, this is a playable game now with this card. Alright, busting out the overclocker we got here. It looks like it can get up to 130 degrees Celsius. Right on. Let's see what we can do with it. I kicked her up into gaming settings. Let's see what we can do. Oh wow, so this overclock definitely did something. I'm getting, I was almost getting 60 frames per second. I'm generally on about 37, 38. Not so bad. What's interesting is when I turned it on, it was relatively warm, then it dropped down even after I turned it on, and now it's just starting to pick up. I wonder if my main bottleneck is with the memory. Anyway, let's take a look at the side of the bus, and once again, it's pretty ugly. Oh, we had a good shot of it there for a quick sec, but then it went away. Rocking at about 29 frames per second. Let's see if we can hit the ground and get into some action without too much lagging, too much drops. The space orb is looking surprisingly PlayStation 3. Not so bad. Not so bad. It's when it starts looking PlayStation 2 that you really gotta worry. Alright, let's drop down. 40 frames per second once we hit the ground. Not so bad. Could be better, of course, but I'm all about the budget. So at the end of the day, is this a good video gaming card? No. No, it definitely isn't. You could do much worse, though. You could do much worse. The price is good for under $100, and they're easily available, and there's a lot to be said about that because of a lot of things going on, like the My Sharona Cyrus thing. And also, Bitcoin miners, particularly Ethereum miners within North America, are just buying up all the stock as quickly as it can be made. And it's not being produced as quick as it used to be because of the manufacturer. You know, things can't get to the manufacturers, things can't be shut out. Man, auto parts manufacturers are having a hard time because of this stuff. They can't get the chips they need to make their systems. And that's freaking crazy. Man, when I was born, cars were all about timing, and these days they're all about sensors. It's interesting. We definitely changed. The world's definitely changed. But it's a capable video card if you just need 3 monitors and if you're not going to be doing much video gaming. It'll also do very basic video gaming. You want to do some old gaming on an old card, this is the one for you. If you want to do some crazy gaming, man, if you want to play Cyberpunk, this is absolutely not the card for you. You're going to have to wait until you can get a card or get something used off eBay. That's probably the best option. But for the money, this is definitely the best money for a video card at under $100. But still, anyone who's really up with gaming will know to stay away from this. If you just want a third monitor, it's fine. I think you should check it out. Anyways, that's it for me, folks. I'm Nev from Nev's Tech Bits. Like and subscribe if you like this stuff. It's always appreciated, folks. And as always, take care of each other, will you?